The right to know about chemical hazards on the job and in the community is now a reality. Labor unions with community groups from all across the country have won these important rights, the first step in protection from injury and disease at work. I'm Peg Seminario, Director of Health and Safety Activities here at AFL-CIO headquarters in Washington, D.C. We've put this program together to tell you about your rights under one of the key right-to-know protections, the OSHA Hazard Communication Standard.
The right to know law is a tremendous tool for increased union participation in health and safety. Although the federal and state laws set minimum requirements, these can be improved or incorporated into contractual language. This may be especially important since different interpretations of the law can affect the implementation of effective right-to-know programs. New contract language can be negotiated to clarify areas of dispute.
Just getting the information is really the first step, and the process of building the committee and getting the information and building the committee is one that leads us towards correcting the problems, because getting the information is the easiest part. The real bottom line on some of this stuff from my viewpoint is, are our actions here building the local health and safety committees? I mean, all of this stuff relies on a strong in-plan committee backed by a local union, backed by an international union. I mean, without that, if any of these tactics, if the tools that we use, the OSHA Hazard Communication Standard, don't end up building those local committees, then somewhere along the line the process is going to fall apart.
When problems with hazardous chemicals can't be solved through the Safety and Health Committee or the grievance procedure, it's time to call OSHA. Ask for an in-plant investigation and citations for documented violations.
The only threat that the company has to tell the truth is essentially the threat that you'll find out that they're not telling the truth and that you might call OSHA in. And as you know, the companies fight OSHA and we all malign it. They hate OSHA inspections.
We're seeing a fair number of citations. You have to remember, first of all, that all these citations are, most of them have no penalties attached to them whatsoever. It's a wrist-slapping kind of thing. But it does begin, some of the employers who didn't begin the process when they first started, when they should have, or when 86, when they were supposed to have finished, do begin when they finally get cited by OSHA. So it is a process that's beginning, and it provides some sort of function, and it's a threat. I mean, employers don't like to have OSHA come in there, don't like to be found in the wrong, don't like to be found violating the law, and they know that they are.
And so again, I guess just to make the point as strongly as we can, that don't give up. In fact, it's going to be those efforts of pushing forward, challenging, establishing new territory in this area where we're going to get chemicals identified, chemicals covered, and the hazards fully represented.